And we're live.
Have you guys ever got like done something like benevolent or nice, like little, like more than common courtesy, and just by happenstance you get like you get something out of it where like you look really good? Because most of the time when you do nice things, nobody notices, and you can't bring it up, or people will think you're a cunt, which is true.
Yes, only because you are.
It's true. That is. But I had like the most perfect like little thing happen. Like this past weekend, I was hanging out with some friends and a couple of girls at a bar, and it was getting late, and I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna head home. And so I was heading home, walking back to my place, and I passed this homeless guy. He was like, sir, I ain't asking you for money. I just want some food, man. I'm so hungry. And I was like, you know what? Let's get some food, man. And so I started walking with this homeless guy. We were chatting. I took him to a corner place and just like told him, get whatever you want. You want a couple sandwiches or chips or, a hot meal, whatever. And so I just let him pick it out. They started making it. I bought it for him. And as I was leaving with him, he had his shit, and he was like being all thankful, like thanking me, being super nice, like kind of following me back towards where I was going. Like I was being very polite. We passed some of the girls that I was hanging out with earlier that night, just by random chance, and it made me look like the best Samaritan ever, because here I am with food that I bought for this homeless guy after I was like, God, I'm getting tired, I gotta go home and go to bed, just like 20 minutes before, and they're like, oh my God, did you buy that guy like some food or something? I never do that.
Happen, or can we tie this back to the previous conversation where they're not really thinking about you?
No, this happened. This actually happened.
The second part, though, they did notice. Okay.
They did notice, because like they were like, I was walking by with and it worked even better because I didn't notice them standing on the sidewalk. I got like 2 feet past them with Mr. Black, now hunger satiated homeless guy, and Rufus. They go, yeah, Rufus, DJ. Was his name. Oh. And they're like, Taylor, are you? And then we had a little talk again, and there you go. I looked fucking great. Like, I'm gonna start doing nice things so much more on the off chance that it gets me laid. Like it's
just fake nice things to do, like have someone cosplay as a homeless man.
I'm gonna hire DJ.
Maybe you hire DJ. Here's what DJ can do for you. You hire DJ to come in and accost some woman, like get all crazy in her face, like, give me $1, give me $1.
You're gonna die tonight, bitch.
and then you swoop in like, hey, get out of here, you leave her alone, or I'll kick your ass.
Marty McFly in this scenario.
yeah, exactly. You and Rufus could have a real nice thing going on. Rufus gets all the hot sandwiches he wants, and you get all the hot pussy you want. He probably lives down there on the street under your window somewhere. You could just be like up in your window, like, Rufus, the blonde. And while he's accosting her, you're running down the stairs to go like save the day, dude.
Oh man, I could hire a whole mini cabal of the homeless, and because I don't want to use the same
intimidating looking.
His name's not fucking Rufus. It's DJ. It's DJ
Rufus.
And okay, well, Rufus is like 6'3", and he, to be fair to Rufus, he was definitely a heavy enough guy that this probably wasn't the first sandwich he'd had that day.
Oh, this is perfect. A guy who even bigger than you, and you come in like, hey, you leave her alone. Get out of here, you. I'll kick your ass. And, dude, you and Rufus could have the greatest symbiotic relationship of all time. Like he just gets... I would make this happen. I'd be like, yo, Rufus, would you accost pretty white women for me? And I'll come in and run you off, and I'll give you $20 a day. How about it?
I'm doing it without you. May as well.
I've been accosted pretty white women for years now. Ain't never got a sandwich out of it.
You just go all over the top fucking racist with your sandwich and your shucking and jive, hand motions. Oh, that's funny.
You guys do some sort of like, it'd be some kind of weird handshake that like white people aren't good at. There'd be some wiggly fingers and some waves and like 2 slaps, like that thing. And then it'd be like pop, pop, and then there'd be a finger snap at the end.
Like, Rufus, we can't do this fucking 28-second handshake after every accosting. There are people catching on. We're working together. Bada bing, boom.
I fucking love this idea. I bet if you ran this by Rufus, like, all right, Rufus, don't do anything illegal, but, accost him a little bit, like angrily ask him for $1. And then I'm going to swoop in. I'm going to run you off. and meet me by the door later. I'll slip you a 20.
There's gonna be a hot Qdoba burrito right behind that tree, 20 yards there. So when I go over there, I go, "Get out of here, Rufus! Stop bothering this sexy lady with her big, pouty blowjob lips." And then you run over there and you grab your hot burrito and you go, until next time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is happening. I need to find Rufus.
I fucking love this idea. You get so much ass like this.
I call him Rufus, and then he's gonna beat my ass.
No, dude, you can call him fucking Mr. Bojangles. He's getting like a Qdoba burrito.
He's a very, very sweet homeless guy from our one encounter together.
Yeah, they're all sweet until you start giving them Qdoba. Then they'll do whatever you want.
Yeah. You
could be like, Rufus, just beat her to death if she doesn't, and the ones who don't like respond to your, if you come and save the day and they're like, thanks, and just walk away, you'd be like, get her, Rufus. like she wasn't convinced enough. Like, get Rufus to go over there and start whipping her ass a little bit, and then you come in. Then maybe she's a little more grateful. Like you escalate. You escalate things.
Maybe he injures her just a little, just that much, just enough to need to have to come back to my place for a little bit of very poorly administered medical care. Like I'll just put a little bit of Neosporin on whatever it is, and
there
then
you go.
Just start making your move.
I like it.
Hope you don't have any other infections. Yeah.
You buy him some steel toe boots with the implication that he kicks women in the knee with them.
Okay.
She's all limpy. You need to help her along.
I don't want to take him to the hospital though. How about just
not him? You're gonna take her
to
your place, and then you nurse her back to health.
You take me to the hospital. My leg's broken. That homeless guy kicked me.
And you can be like, that she's dependent upon you, right? Right.
Ooh. I'm nurturing that dependence because she knows if she goes back outside, Rufus is there with half a burrito in his hand.
Step one: demonstrate value, right?
Yeah. If she tries to leave, you like look out the window, give Rufus the old wink, and then he starts like screaming and like yelling up at the window, and she's like, "Oh, maybe I'll stay here for a while." Yeah, I'll walk you home in a couple hours, but I gotta work on my my medical thesis. So let me get back in here. By the way, let me bandage that up for you. You pretend like you're a medical student in this terrible scenario. That would be even better. See, that's how you get her back upstairs. Oh, I'm a medical student. I've got my bag upstairs. I could take a look at that knee for you that Rufus kicked with those. Did those look like new steel toe boots to you? Yeah, he must have stolen them off somebody. Big violent guy. Yeah, I've seen him in the neighborhood. That's Rufus, the kneecapper. They call
Rufus the kneecap.
Yeah, he's crazy. They won't do anything.
I mean, a horrible guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he loves Qdoba. Yeah,
loves it. That's how I get my way through.
Burrito bowls. That's it.
What other fun things could I do with the local homeless? Because there are aplenty. What else could be done?
I would like to start like a homeless like doo-wop group. Like get them all like doing that thing where they. For the longest time, looking in her eye. Ooh, and then Rufus jumps in. Ooh, and when I find you, I will be right behind you. And then they all sing as a chorus. I haven't been there for the longest time. And then they're just down by the window. You could serenade ladies with your.
The longest for the longest time.
Yeah, Rufus was doing that low note for you.
Okay. No. I'm not going to do that one. Who is honestly buying that big homeless man a brand new pair of steel-toed boots is going to be a better idea than trying to teach him to sing, because I don't know how to sing, and I can't imagine that's going to scare any ladies into my arms. Unless it's like really late at night and she's walking down an alley alone and she just hears the whoa, and then it just looks around and it's four large homeless gentlemen.
They're all snapping their fingers in chorus and like walking. Maybe if you got them to do what's the Michael Jackson Thriller? Da, da. Oh, that would be great because homeless people look so decrepit and stuff. If they were doing the Thriller, like while the music,
I can get some of the more like methy looking ones for that.
Oh, do you have methy looking ones?
Oh, I'm in Missouri. Yes.
Of course, the Missouri capital of the Midwest. I mean, the meth capital of the Midwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. I wish I had homeless to use here.
You can come by anytime and borrow mine. There's so many of these fuckers.
Yeah.
You got to get them in line for me.
We've got them in Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
There's way more in the summer because a lot of them are fake homeless. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the fake homeless.
If you're gonna like, I like when I see someone and I'm like, you are homeless as fuck. Like I can tell you are legit homeless. Whereas like there's people on like, I don't know about where you guys live, but on pretty much every fucking exit off of the highway near the city, there's a bunch of people standing there with like signs and shit, like asking for handouts. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, you look to be like a white bitch, early 20s, and those are your sneakers are clean. Like,
See,
you're a liar. You're a liar, man.
I don't know if they're a liar, but sometimes I think, like, oh shit, I've got like bushes to trim. You know, if I hand you a it's called a trimmer, right? What is the gas powered thing that chops bush? A hedge trimmer. If I hand you a hedge trimmer, do you want $20? Because that might be a win for me. But I think they'd turn me down. I don't think they're looking for work. I think they're looking for money.
Yep. Most of them will turn you down if you offer food. Like they're looking for drugs.
Well, aren't we all?
Like I've probably, in my entire life, I've probably offered food to a homeless person like 5 times, or probably like 6 times, and they've accepted it like twice. And DJ was one of them. Usually it's like, you want some food? No. And then they keep walking because they're looking for, crack or meth or heroin money.
Long time ago, I was probably 20. Some guy, homeless guy, was like, hey, do you have $1? And I was going to give him $1. I checked my pocket and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. All I have is a 10, right? Because I'm not going to give him 10. Like, and by the way, I don't have any money at this point. I'm like I don't know, swim coach or something and part-time. And all I have is a 10. He's like, well, then give me the 10. Give it like, yeah. He's like, what the fuck, man? And I don't know. I was like, was I supposed to beat him up for like accosting me? Like, what was the proper social response to him demanding more money? But I just kind of, I don't know, brushed him off.
Like, yeah, my answer is always, I don't carry cash.
Yeah.
Like I never reach for my wallet to let them know which pocket it's in or anything. I never do that at all. The worst, oh my God, there is a homeless dude around here who comes up and he's got so much energy. He's like 5'4". He's bouncing all over the place. He's what's that like John Mulaney joke with like the Batman doctor nurse? He's like, we are all blessed. It is no day to be stressed. Like that character in his stand up. He's like that. He's so like upbeat, like all about that. And so you can see this guy bouncing towards you, and he never will just come up and be like, you got money? He's always like, let me tell y'all a joke. Let me tell y'all a joke or two. And so suddenly he's now standing with like your group of friends while he tells like some meandering homeless joke that doesn't go anywhere. God, if I remember what the joke was later, I'll tell it. But it took like probably 2.5 minutes to tell, which is a long time to pretend to be interested in a homeless person's joke, because you can't like in the middle of the joke be like, so anyway, Aaron, you want to go over here after this? You have to be like intently watching everything that he says that's a little funny. Oh, look at you, buddy. Like you have to do that. And then as soon as it's over, everybody has laughed because you don't want to get stabbed with a sharpened toothbrush afterward. Yeah. And then because everyone's laughed, he's like, all right. Everybody you got any money? Like I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran. He doesn't actually show a tattoo, just pretends, and he does that. And it's like, you have to give that guy money. I think the smartest move for me is to just start carrying around a pack of cigarettes. That's probably the smartest move. I'll carry around a pack of cigarettes, and if somebody asks you, you got money, and you go, no, I got a cigarette though, all of them will go, oh, okay.
That's true. Okay. That's absolutely true. I remember
one pack of cigarettes in Missouri. We have the cheapest tobacco prices in the country. It's like $4 or $5. So like one of those that is 20 in there. And it just got shot down again. It was a big thing here where it was like, they're going to raise the tobacco tax. And, it was like, Missouri says no. And
I haven't been interested in cigarettes since I was like 10, and a pack is $1 to me. That's like,
wow. No, they're $5 a pack.
They're like $12, $13 or something.
It depends what kind of cigarettes you want. Kitty cigarettes are like,
they're homeless. I can buy the cheapest things.
Like $8 a pack or something like that. It's fucking expensive. But yeah, I've often given. I remember like maybe we were in Chicago or Boston. I don't know which, but I went downstairs to smoke outside the hotel, and the homeless were everywhere. And I knew they were out there, so I had taken down one of those snack packs of like tuna salad. It's got all the ingredients for tuna salad plus crackers. And I had it in my coat. I was planning on giving it to any homeless people that are out there. And there's a homeless man. He's like, hey, you got a smoke? Can I get one of them? And I'm like, yeah. I give him a cigarette. I'm like, hey, are you hungry? He's like, yeah. I give him the snack pack or whatever. And like he and I sat out there for like 20 minutes, like smoking multiple cigarettes while he ate his tuna salad. It was a great time. That was like 7 years ago. I still remember old homeless Joe. Good guy.
Old homeless Joe.
Old homeless Joe. Yeah, let me do a couple ad reads.
He's probably dead.
Oh, he's almost certainly dead. He froze to death in the winter of 2011.
Reasonable price.
I bet Rufus, you give him he would like the gold one. You hook Rufus up with that gold one, little bling, and he'll be accosting blonde women for you all week just for the watch.
This is a good plan. This is a good plan. I'm going to offer trinkets to local homeless people who are going to inevitably find out where I live, and then I'll have kind of a clan that shows up randomly outside until eventually I become tired of giving them things, and then they will eventually break in. So yeah, this is a great idea.
Part of
Let's
this happened to
definitely
me.
do this.
We had a guy, and he came to our door. He said, "Look, I noticed in your front yard you have weeds. For $20, I will pull all these weeds." And I was like, you know what? This is like a great plan, because pulling weeds, not my favorite thing. This was in Apex, yeah. And sure enough, he gets down there, yanks every weed out. Big pile of weeds in my grass now, but you know what? He wasn't charging professional landscaper prices. And but then he keeps coming back. He's like, this is the house that hired me. Like he's a regular here. And I'm like, no, man, not like it. I think when I first hired him, my wife and kids were visiting the in-laws. Well, now they're home. And now he's very upset that I have like fed a homeless dog, and it keeps coming back looking for more money, until I was eventually like, man, my wife doesn't like you coming around here. Like, you gotta stop. And he did.
Did you like catch him like late at night, like sprinkling dandelion seeds like all over your garden? Yeah.
He pulls them all during the day, plants them back at night. It's foolproof.
$20 a day for old Rufus. That's all I need to get by. You know, the crack plan of meth and heroin addicts. Yeah.
I love the idea of paying Rufus to accost women for you. Like I honestly feel like it would be.
I will go to prison.
No, you won't. Rufus will.
Tanya Harding never went to prison.
Or actually, you're right, because they're going to go. They're going to say that some lady's going to be. He's going to accost her too hard and kill her because he's a homeless man, and you know he might. Yeah. And then he'll say, that guy right over there told me to do it. And then I would say, pardon me? And then I would go home, and he would go to jail.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like I see no problem.
Oh, and then I can pretend to have been friends with the girl who died. Yes.
Oh, and then you get in with her.
Girls around, because then like
funeral.
Something will start, and they'll be like, "What happened to you?" It's like, "Oh, this girl died. A good friend of mine. Oh, Susanna or whatever." And then you'll get
go to the
people
funeral
around you. Oh,
and her friends are like, friends are all like, "Are you the guy that she was talking about, that she just had met, that she really? Yeah, that's me. You're the medical student. Yeah, that's me. I'm all broken up about this." And you fuck all of her friends with that funeral sex. And then maybe old Rufus has some buddies that you can get to accost these ladies. So now they're going to be super terrified of Rufus's friends when they come around. And then once again, you swoop in. And now it's not just that you saved them from an accosting. You saved their lives.
That's true.
Dude, this is
mixed
foolproof.
Up Rufus and the gang. Like one might be enough. I don't know who. What if he comes like deep, like just like a whole clan of Rufuses, and they all want their own burrito with double meat. Like, all right, no guac, you fucking freeloaders.
I like this a lot. Maybe you just give them chips at first. You know,
you just get chips and
queso.
You get cold salsa until you've proven yourself.
Yeah, right. You know, they got the all-you-can-eat salsa. You just get like 8 cups of that. Everybody gets a little salsa, and I want it verde. Shut the fuck up. You get what you get.
Actually, I could make an initiation thing so that, you know, Rufus, I bring him in as my first mate. No, first mate, that's pretty gay. What's a better thing? A lieutenant?
Number 1.
My number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
You tell him who's boss in there. Don't take any guff.
Tell him he's my number 1. And then other homeless people who want to join our clan, he beats the shit out of them. And then that shows that they're like down with the Taylor gang.
You jump them in.
Yeah, the Taylor Gang. That's what it'll be. I hope I don't get sued by Lil Wayne. I think that's his thing.
It is.
But he's so out of it on cough medicine, he doesn't fucking know. He'd hear it and be like, "That's a pretty good name."
Yeah, I like that name. You jumping the bitches in for me, Big T.
Yeah, he'd be okay with it.
He'd be okay with it. And then I can slowly aggregate a group of homeless, but I can't think of anything useful that I could use them for other than scaring people and coercing people into fucking me.
I'd love to see them. Well, I mean, what more do you want? First of all, I mean, if it gets there's nothing you won't do to get laid except for rape. And, that's the line that's been drawn for us by society.
Unless she's consenting in 14.
It's drawn for us by society. But maybe I'll tell you what, I would love to interview homeless people on this show. Like if you invited Rufus up and we spoke to him about how he got to where he is. They all have interesting stories because, they've sort of, it's never like, well, I never got an education and my dad was shitty. And so this is just where I am. And I like drugs a lot. You never get that out of him. He's going to have a whole sob story about how his life took this downward slope. And maybe it's true. It's different strokes for different folks. Some of them actually had terrible things happen to them in their lives. So I'd love for you to, get Rufus on the show. Of course, that's.
I know you'd love for it because he's not going to reach through the TV and pull out your jugular, while you're doing an Alex Jones impression because it gives him a flashback to the war or something. Who knows? That's a lot of these guys have got to be Vietnam vets, especially what age is that? 55?
No,
65?
65.
Oh,
yeah.
You're right. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Most of them are probably, if they're homeless, they're in LA or they're dead.
Yeah. The non-vets are dying out really quick, especially the homeless non-vets. If they've survived, right? Yeah, 65 at least.
If you were 18, it ended in 73. So
they.
I really need a calculator here. So 73.
You've been born 54-ish. If you got a year of it.
18, yeah, 55, 1955. So it's 2000.
To get a year of combat, yeah.
Okay, so so 62 at the youngest. I thought it was going to be higher.
Oh. Well, okay, Kyle. I'll put out some feelers for the local gents and see if they're interested in coming on the show.